The history of Laos is a long story shaped by migration, powerful kingdom, colonial rule, and modern political changes. It begins with the migration of Thai-speaking people from southern China into mainland of Southeast Asia. So one of the most important early kingdom was Lanzang, which existed from 1353 to 77. The name Lanzang means land of million elephant, symbolizing strength and prosperity of the land. This kingdom was founded by Fangam, who unified the region and established a strong cultural and political foundation. However, after 77, the Lanzang kingdom broke apart into smaller kingdoms such as Luang Prabang, Wintin, and Champasak. This kingdom often faced internal conflict which weakened their power over time. Later, in the late 19th century, Laos came under French control and became part of French Indochina. During this period, French controlled administration and foreign policy, so Laos had very limited independence.
After gaining independence from France in 1953, Laos did not become stable right away. Instead, it faced conflict between the royal government and a communist group called the PAD381. This struggle was part of the Cold War, with a major power like the United States and the Soviet Union supporting different sides. Laos was also affected by the Vietnam War. In the 1916 and early 1917, Laos became the site of a secret war where the United States carried out heavy bombs to stop communist supply routes. This made Laos one of the most heavily bombed countries in history. In 1975, the PAD381 took control and formed the Lao People Democracy Republic. The democracy was abolished and Laos became one of the communist states. In 1986, the government introduced economic reforms to opening the country to foreign investment.
Next is the social perspective. Laos has a diverse population of about 7 to 8 million people, which consists of many ethnic groups that make the country rich in traditions and lifestyle. The largest ethnic group is Lowlong, who mainly live in the lowland areas and play an important role in the country's political and social life. The ethnic groups such as the Hmong and Mu mostly live in the highland and rural areas, which with their own customs and traditions.
In Laos, the main religion is Theravada Buddhism, which is practiced by most people, especially the lowland people. Buddhism plays an important role in daily life, influencing culture, traditions, and also festivals. However, many ethnic groups also follow animism, which is the belief in spirits that live in nature, such as rivers, forests, and houses. People often perform rituals to respect these spirits and bring good luck. Overall, religion in Laos is a mix of Buddhism and traditional beliefs, and this creates a unique spiritual culture.
Lastly, in culture, Laos celebrates many colorful festivals such as the Bon Pi Mai, which is the most important festival that involves water celebrations, cleaning the home and visiting temples. There are also other festivals like Bon Bang Fai, where people launch rockets to ask for rain for farming. This festival show the strong link between the culture, religion, and agriculture. There is also traditions clothing where women wear the sing, which is traditional silk skirts. The clothing is often handmade and reflects other regional identity.
In Laos, Lao is the official language, but many ethnic groups speak their own distinct language. They usually learn Lao as a second language, and they're usually used in school, government, media, and business. And other than that, Laolan people, which is known as the largest group in Laos, also use Lao as their language. So other ethnic like Hmong people and Khmer people use their own language like Hmong language and Khmer language. And also, did you know Laos has over 49 ethnic groups and each with its own language or dialect. This makes Laos one of the most linguistically diverse countries in Southeast Asia.
Now we will go further into the economy of Laos. Laos operates a market-oriented economy under a one-party socialist system led by the Laos People Revolutionary Party. This means that while the government still plays a strong role, market activities like trade and private businesses are still allowed. In 1986, Laos introduced major economic reforms known as the New Economic Mechanism. New Economic Mechanism basically shifted the country from centrally planned economy to more open and market-based system to encourage foreign investment and private sector growth. The main economic sectors in Laos include agriculture, hydropower, mining and tourism. For agriculture, it remains very important as many of the people depend on farming for their livelihood. At the same time, Laos is developing its hydropower industry by using its river to generate electricity, which is also exported to neighboring countries. In addition, mining contributes to the economy through natural resources, while tourism growing due to Laos' natural beauty and cultural heritage. Overall, the government focused on infrastructure development and strategic industry, while the market supports small businesses, trade and services. This balance helps Laos continues to grow economically efficiently.
Next is crisis in Laos. Laos has recently faced a serious fuel crisis, causing long queues at petrol stations and rising living costs. One major reason is the country's economic problem. Laos has a high national debt and limited foreign currency, making it difficult to import enough fuel from other countries. At the same time, global oil prices have increased, making fuel even more expensive. It happened because Laos relies heavily on import. These price changes have a big impact. This crisis also have affected to daily life. For example, transportation costs have gone up, businesses are struggling, and some people cannot access fuel easily.
There were many efforts taken into consideration to ease the fuel crisis in Laos. For example, the Lao Ministry of Industry and Commerce had announced to cut the fuel excise taxes by reducing the gasoline from 25% to 15% and diesel from 10% to 0%. It is to aiming to prevent the domestic price from rising sharply. Other than that, the government also had allocated funds from its subsidy program to stabilize price. All of this is to ease the burdens on the consumers and mitigate sudden spike amid global market fluctuations. The Prime Minister's office is instructing ministry to implement measures to reduce fuel consumption and strengthen the economic stability. These include rotating staff, increasing remote meeting, limiting unnecessary travels, and enforcing cost-saving measures.
In conclusion, Laos is a country with rich in history, culture, and ethnic diversity. It has a unique political and economic system, with key sectors like agriculture and hydropower that support their development. Despite challenges such as fuel crisis, Laos continues to grow by strengthening its energy sector and expanding into renewable resources for a more sustainable future.